here on the Muskegon channel, back after a couple of days of topsy-turvy waters. One was the day where my Windows update went through and our program kind of lost some of its presets, and then Dave found himself ill.
Yes.
Feeling better?
I'm feeling a little better today. It was.
All right.
I haven't felt that bad physically since I was a kid.
Really?
I haven't had anything like that. And I don't know if it was a stomach bug or if it was food poisoning. I'm leaning toward food poisoning.
Right.
Because I had some of that romaine lettuce that they're saying that's been tainted with the E. coli. I don't know. I don't know if that was it. Oh, I've been eating salads for weeks now. With because I've been basically a very low carb diet, so it's been mostly meat and green stuff.
Okay.
So which is great because you eat as much meat as you want, you eat all the eggs you want, you just can't eat a lot of bread, which I'm cool with. Yeah. But yeah, about 9, I'm gonna think it's about 10 o'clock, 10:30 on Tuesday. Something wasn't right. And I'm like, this is not good. Well, then I went home and I couldn't sleep. What sucks really bad is I couldn't. I was so sick I couldn't sleep. Oh. I couldn't feel well, and so I got maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep between Tuesday and Wednesday morning, and then I finally felt good enough to get some sleep, and I slept a good part of yesterday. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm all right now.
I feel better. I'm glad you feel better.
Broke my 10-year streak.
Yep.
Maybe it's 12-year streak. I don't know of not missing work because of illness. So
10 years of polluting environments, no matter if you're sick
whatever.
Or not.
No, it's 10 to 12 years of being a man.
So
and
much
coming
to be
work,
proud of.
even when you don't feel great. Absolutely. That's what we do. That's why we run the world.
Of course. You do.
Sorry.
Yeah, you bet.
That's what happens.
Well, you got some news here for me?
Yeah, let's get into it. Michigan State University has agreed to a settlement with the victims of the Larry Nassar sex abuse scandal. The young women will receive $500 million from the university. This is believed to be the largest amount ever reached in a sex abuse case involving an American university. 332 victims. Divide that 500, so it's 1 point something million per victim. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say about that other than hopefully that helps.
It's an ugly chapter in the college's history.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think financial. Okay, here's some money. I don't think that ever fixes anything, though. For what these girls have gone through. It fixed a lot
for me.
Huh?
I don't. Yeah, psychologically, you're right. Psychologically, you're right. Yeah. That buys a decent amount of counseling now.
Yeah,
I'm not making light of it at all. What I'm saying is, I don't know what amount you could pay that you can't.
No, there's just no financial way to fix that.
And I also don't know, aside from those who knew and didn't say anything, that's disgusting.
Right.
And Larry Nassar, of course, who did this, he's in jail for the rest of his life.
Yep.
So, but the fact that it was you just don't. It seemed to be unprecedented that that a doctor's doing this, and in some cases doing this in front of people, and they didn't know, and people didn't know.
Right.
He was literally doing this at a time. He was really abusing these young girls, with other people there, and they didn't know it.
Right.
It's astounding to me. But
scumbag. Say the least.
Hopefully, that. I don't know if that dissuades other. I don't know if you can dissuade horrific people from doing horrific acts like that, but
I don't think you can.
At least it dissuades one. He's in jail and
he's done.
They got something.
There.
I don't know. Anyway, what else is going on? Lawmakers in Massachusetts. It's an interesting story. Are considering bills that would prohibit school districts from denying hot lunches to students who don't have the money to pay for them. They seek to end what stupid people are calling meal shaming because of the embarrassment it can bring to students. I can solve this.
Okay.
Make your kids lunch. Make your kids lunch. There you go.
What if they don't have money to make their kids lunch?
Everybody, no, I'm sorry. $2 for a loaf of bread. You can peanut butter sandwich, celery stick. It's going to be better than whatever that crap the school's feeding them. Trust me, I know. I ate school food for 13 years. It was disgusting. Yeah. It was a mess. It was gross. I wanted a cold lunch. Yeah. I would have much preferred PB&J to the crap I was getting at school and the crap they're probably still giving kids at school. Make your kids lunch. You can do that. I'm sorry. I don't care. You might be poor. You might be poor, and I understand that. I'm poor. You might even be destitute. You can still afford a loaf of bread. You can, and peanut butter. Peanut butter is $2.50. Loaf of bread is about $2. So it's $4.50. Feed your kid. $4.50 a week to feed your kid. I mean, I'm not saying schools shouldn't provide lunch. What I'm saying is, as a parent, there's a way, if you can't afford the school lunch, that you can still provide your kids with lunch. There's no reason that they should go hungry. There's no reason. You should be able to make them a sandwich.
Okay.
That's it. There you go.
I go back to my earlier days in school when I went to Assumption in Belmont there.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody complains about school lunches and stuff like that.
Because they're
we
gross.
were spoiled rotten at Assumption because everything was homemade every day. And, you know,
are you serious?
Oh, my God.
Are you serious?
Everything homemade. Homemade bread every day. Homemade entree, fruit, milk. We had, what did we have? We had, you know, and a lot of times it was casseroles and stuff like that. Yeah. But it was delicious. You go back to the lunches we had in grade school. Oh my God, so good. And then I got into high school and stuff and found out what you know lunch was really like. What
slop was?
Yeah, slop.
I mean,
pizza
seriously,
squares
aside
and
from
French fries and.
Aside from pizza day, from the day when you got that one halfway decent rectangle of pizza, every other day of school lunch was just horrible.
Yeah.
Like I said, sandwich, you're fine.
Okay.
What else is going on? West Michigan gas prices still on the rise. Price for unleaded in Muskegon and across West Michigan jumped as high as $3.09 at several gas stations. This is the first time in nearly 4 years that gas prices are above $3 a gallon. So I've seen them drop a little bit in Kent County, but man,
you know, for some reason, and I'd like to know why, but for some reason, every time gas spikes or goes up and down or whatever, Muskegon's about 20 cents higher a gallon than surrounding areas.
Yeah, I don't know if that has anything to do with
Ain't that ridiculous? I mean, you go to Spring Lake, you go to Grand Haven, you even go up to Fremont, and it's generally about 20 cents a gallon cheaper than it is in the Muskegon area.
Bigger cities they're gonna charge more in bigger cities. They're just
it's ridiculous.
Muskegon's
it's
a bigger city.
Wrong. I mean, you know, and
I don't.
How do you put a cork in that? You know,
you don't.
It's just.
There's no end. There's no end to it.
You look at the level of income in some of these cities that are surrounding us and get cheaper gas and all that other kind of stuff, and you kind of stop and think, you know, it'd be kind of nice if you'd maybe give us a break because we're pushing, we're trying, but we're not exactly Spring Lake, if you know what I mean when it comes to the gigas in your hands.
Oh man, and I don't know. I didn't do a story on it, but of course the verdict came down.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Willis convicted in the Jessica Herringham murders. Of course, he's already serving a life sentence. Got anything you wanted to add to that? Or
yeah, actually I do. I was coming back Monday from Grand Rapids. I had a 9:00 appointment over in Grand Rapids, and I got done about 10:30 or so. 10, somewhere in between 10 and 10:30. I wasn't really paying attention at the time, but I'm coming back, and as I'm coming up 96. There is a state transport van with a couple of drivers in it, and it's for official use only van. You can't really see who's in the back, but you got to figure if it's a state transport van and it's on its way to Muskegon about 10:00 on a Monday, who's in the back end of that thing.
Yeah, probably.
And I'm driving along, and I thought, how did Dale Earnhardt used to knock a car out of the way when he wanted to get.
But then you got innocent people transporting.
I know, and I couldn't. Yeah. But then, because it was just really strange this week, because I saw that van coming out here Monday, and then Tuesday I was down at the jail to do the reading thing with the inmates down there, and as I was waiting to go into reading, the same van came out and headed back toward Ionia. It's like, oh man, twice. This guy crossed my path twice this week.
Unbelievable.
The only thing I guess I really wish the guy would do is cooperate and say where the body is at this point.
Right.
But
I ain't
gonna get that.
It's one of those things. I made a 180, and I am against the death penalty. I am, just because mistakes can be made.
Yeah.
and you can't be wrong on this. You can't be wrong, period.
Right.
When it comes to the death penalty. I just and I used to go the other way. I used to be pro death penalty. So, but this is one of those. I do understand the other side. It's one of those. If you're for the death penalty, you see this case, I get it.
Yeah.
And I get it in other cases too. I want to be 100%. And but this is one of those that at the very least gives me pause and makes me, rethink it.
I hear you.
So there you go. Sports. Cleveland blanks the Tigers 6-0. Cubs lose. They fall to Atlanta 4-1. That's sports.
Have yourself a great Thursday, and we'll talk to you back here tomorrow. Glad you're feeling better.
See ya. Thanks.